Ahem. Ahem. Hello, it seems that I'm live. Alright. Welcome everyone. This is actually my very first live that I'm going to do on YouTube. I'm planning to do this every day or every other day, mostly whenever that I'm working. Most of the time I'm working. Let's be honest, I'm a workaholic. So I work every day, few hours a day, and I'm just planning to do it 1 hour or 2 hour on live. Just be silent and do my work, maybe explain what I'm doing and whatever. So that's my plan. It's mostly for me to document my journey, but also I'm thinking to add value to as many as people as possible as I can. Okay, that's my goal. So let's just get into that. Boom, this is my screen. You can see it now. I was just recording a case study loom for all of my journey with Colin, which was so cool. So I created this Notion page, and I'm going to continuously develop this page while I'm working on this. Let me just make myself a little bigger here so you can see me as well. All right, let's go. So this is the series that follows me as I grow my business and navigate through ups and downs of my entrepreneurship. It's real, it's raw, and it's all here on Shahab's journey. Okay, welcome to Shahab's journey. I was thinking that the format, so all of this, you have to know that this is work in progress, and I wanted to avoid my perfectionism side, just get started on something that I am into every single day. So the very first thoughts that I had on my head, I just wrote them down in here, and I'm going to continue to develop this Notion page because, if in case that you don't know, Notion pages can be way more cleaner and way more functional. So like, for example, this is the Kiwi Motion HQ that we have. It has quick access to everything that we do, some cool graphics and bold font, regular font, other resources, tables for different stuff that you can go through, all of the different things that you can find here. It's actually pretty interesting. So I'm going to build something like that for myself as well. Let me go to Shahab over here. Alright, so I'm going to continue to build that, and you can actually witness me building my Notion page as well, and I will explain that. And hey, if you have any questions, let me see where I can just see any chats. Can I? I don't know. It's actually my first time being live on YouTube, but I have to figure it out. I definitely have to, watch more content about YouTube lives. And let me go back here. All right, so the format for my lives, it should be something like this. I come live. I speak about how my day is, what are my plans, what I'm going to do, just like this, and I will update on my journey. And then for most of the time of this live, since it's an office hour, I'm going to do my deep work. So if I'm going to use ChatGPT, Google, or talk with the clients, or work on some graphic designs, work on this Notion page, anything. So I'm going to do that. At the end of the live, I'm going to just explore some of the tools and the stuff that I'm working with. Okay, and then we have a Q&A when I have any viewers on my lives. As of now, I think I have just one viewer, which I don't know, it might be anyone. So yeah, so this is going to be the format. I'm going to develop this format as well to be more interactive, to be more attractive as well. So I'm very much open to any ideas that you can give to me. That would be amazing if you can get that to me. So for me to get started with all of this, I obviously needed the Notion to start working on it. I needed to install the OBS app, which is actually the app that I'm using to have the live stream right now. I need to have this script for all of the videos that I edit. I use Adobe Family. So these are basically the tools that I use. I use Adobe Family, and I have to install some plugins for myself, and then I have to pay for Envato Elements as well because of the assets and the musics that I can get from there for my YouTube videos. This is actually a start for me to start my YouTube channel and YouTube content as well. Well, actually, this is going to be on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to continue to, to create long form videos as well. I'm going to get the ideas of those long form videos from here, from my lives, from maybe from your chats or whatever, and then I'm going to actually do them as well. I'm thinking to create a finance sheet for myself to list all of my expenses and all that. I do have this content table. I have added like 4 topics that I'm going to create today. Short form content I'm going to create. I do have the content, and then eventually I have to figure out a system in my Notion to have those kinds of task management kind of things, to be able to track my daily tasks, my weekly tasks, my month's tasks. So that's what I'm going to do over here. So these are all of the stuff that I will be doing through my deep work sessions. All right. So we are 6 minutes in our live, and let me just jump into and introduce myself a little bit. I try to have some bullet points for myself to create that. Let me make this full width so you can read everything. Okay, so cool. So I founded Kiwi Motion in 2019. While I was working as a UI designer. So I'm coming from a tech background. I have my bachelor's in software engineering, but I was a UI designer. I always had a taste for the creative work and the design space. So I didn't become a developer. Instead, I became a UI designer. And at the time, I was working a 9 to 5. And I was trying to escape that because of the late payments, low payments, and all that. So I founded Kiwi Motion, inspired by Gary Vee, because he was the person who was pushing the fact that, hey, you have to create your personal brand, you have to create content, you have to do this and that. So inspired by him, I was like, okay, if this guy is legit, many other entrepreneurs are going to pay attention to what he's saying, and they want to start creating content with subtitles and all that. Now, I can do that. So that was when it hit to me that, hey, I can start a business doing that. So that was it. That was how I started Kiwi Motion. And then, and then I started that. I started hustling through Instagram DMs, because that was what Gary Vee was telling to like many young people that he saw, like to any industry that can apply. So you can just mass DM to people. It should be authentic, no copy pasting, but you can just mass DM and expect like 1% return, like 2%, even 5% return, and that's how you can start your business. So I offered free video editing to business owners and entrepreneurs, and Colin, as a matter of fact, was actually one of the first entrepreneur who responded to my DM and who let me to edit a video for him. So that was so cool. He was satisfied. He referred me to some of his friends and fellow entrepreneurs, and that was the start of everything. That was the snowball effect that I had. I gained more clients, and I was doing this in my 5 to 9. So I was working 9 to 5, and then I get home. I do remember that those years, in that period of time, I was working like 11 hours per day. It was exhausting. I hurt my back in that year. I worked a lot. My chair wasn't so good. I hurt my back. So lesson learned. I'm not going to do that anymore. Right now, I try to have that balance of how many times that I sit in my chair, and I invested a lot in my chair. It's a $1,200 chair, so it should be good. And then satisfied, gain more clients. I reached to a point that I couldn't handle the workload alone. So I knew that there is an opportunity there, right? There was something, and that was simultaneously when pandemic happened, like COVID pandemic happened, and I was like right at the edge of wanting to, what's the word? Wanting to quit my 9 to 5. So I did that, and I added other talented, um, and I added other talented. Um, Sorry, let me just close that. Right, yeah. So I added other talented, video editors to my team to be able to do that. So that started the expanding of the team. I quitted my job and went all in my entrepreneurship journey. And then I had a video editor. And Amir, my buddy, he's a perfect designer. He joined me to build Kiwi Motion. He rebranded all of Kiwi Motion's asset. He did some graphic design work for some of the clients. They were super happy. We did all of that, and we started to expand the business. He was my partner. We started to do that. We scaled the business. We updated the services. We created packages for entrepreneurs, personal branding packages, whatever that they need to get started, our help for coaching them with the content and all of that. So that was so cool. Like at that time, we were serving like 5 to 10 clients per month, and we were so busy. We were busy trying to figure out how should we create the proper systems. We used Trello for task management and all that. It was a headache, but it was fun. Okay, and then Colin, he leveled up his course, the credit class course. He leveled it up to leveraged lifestyle. And then in the leveraged lifestyle, I partnered with him to basically have a module for myself for content creation. So that was my first partnership with an entrepreneur. And that served for me as a lead magnet. So we grew steady, we added more talented videos. We got to a point that I couldn't even handle like the video editors. I hired a content manager to handle them. So I just had to talk with our content manager, and she was talking with all of the video editors. We achieved 5K per month in recurring revenue. Had 5 or 4 video editors. So I tell that we had a well-built system, and like we spent a lot of time to do that. So it was 2021 that I got away from Kiwi Motion for a period of time, because I found my passion in Web3 and cryptocurrencies. And I was familiar with cryptocurrencies since 2019, but at the time I realized that I need to, and I saw some opportunities with some crypto projects that I could help them. So I gathered a web development and metaverse design and development team for those crypto projects. So we joined Crew Studios and we built a team over there. And then that was also an amazing journey that I had. Just feel free to ask me if you had anything. As of right now, I am working on a free course content creation and branding. It's halfway done. That's also one of the things that I'm going to work in my deep work sessions over here. And then right now, the ultimate package that we offer in Kiwi Motion is the name is Brand Builder Bootcamp. It's an 8-week program to establish